I originally started in 2006. I played my first show, and I started a MySpace account. And I started playing gigs around London and then got signed. And in 2012, I got dropped from my record label and put out my third album, Girl Talk, independently, and then toured for 2 years. And it was kind of like the best thing that happened to me. And now, in 2014, I've just signed a new publishing deal with Warner Chappell, and I'm like figuring out like signing a record deal to put out my next record. So it's definitely been like a really interesting journey, and I feel like I'm glad that I'm making these decisions with the years of experience behind me now. It's exciting and kind of, yeah, it's a lot of hard work, you know. You kind of realize that I definitely appreciate the unified like wheel of the machine of like being on a label and stuff, because like doing it on your own, there's like, it's like a mess of like communicating with loads of different people all the time and just trying to like stay afloat as an artist and like release a record globally, you know, like you're dealing with like so many different types of people, but it has made me like a smarter, stronger, like more savvy like businesswoman, aware of what I kind of want and what kind of career I want and the kind of people that I want to work with. So it's something that is a really healthy experience, I think. It's like I'm in that sort of interim period right now, and it's always a little bit baffling because when you've been on tour for like 2 years, you're so used to having like a structure and like something to do every day. And when I'm on tour, I really like know what my purpose is, you know? And then when I'm not, I'm like, oh God, I'm just like floating around and I'm lost and I don't know who I am. And like, but it's part of the creative process, I think, to like soak up. I try and like listen to new music and like watch movies and like read and just have experiences so that I can like collect everything together and like, and then just start writing and like, and I've been like writing on Logic as well. I've sort of been getting a bit more technical. I've set up my first ever home studio and that's been really fun. And then, I don't know, like forcing yourself to do it as well as just like, rather than just waiting for like bursts of inspiration, which sometimes I think like the greatest like songs come out of, but you can also like make that happen by like putting the time in and treating it like a job as well, you know? I feel like it was the internet really that sort of rocketed me to where I got to in 2007, because it just made everything like much faster. And I had like fans in like Japan and Canada before I even had a record deal and stuff. And that's the really cool thing about the internet, you know, it gives the artist like power and independence, and even like getting dropped, you still can communicate with those fans. And then I don't know, like I'm just really lucky, I think, to have had global success, and but touring, I think like an artist has to put the time into touring a record and traveling around, and especially in countries like Brazil and Argentina and like places that not everybody goes to because they're far away and stuff. Like artists usually have amazing times there because people are so grateful that you've come to play for them, and a lot of the time once you've built up that kind of relationship, your fans will stay really loyal to you, you know, and support you. And now I like recognize, like last night we played a show at the City Winery and there was like so many fans that I like feel like I really know because I've seen them at so many shows, and it's like, it's really cool. That's like super important to me. I use like the internet. Again, it's such a great way to communicate like with people, like writing, whether it's like writing blogs or like just going on Twitter, and like I think being really honest gives you like a really interesting relationship, because they're like really open and honest with me and I'm open and honest with them, and like talking at my shows and meeting people after, you know, just being like down to earth, I think. My sound has evolved like pretty drastically, I would say. Like you know, playing live shows for a really long time helped me kind of understand music in a totally different way. So I think it changed my songwriting, because I would be thinking more about every element and every part of the song, and you know, like co-producing all my albums, and then I produced a band called Super Cute, produced a record, so that kind of helped me understand music differently. And I don't know, just get older and wiser, and your interests kind of grow and change and stuff. So yeah, you just meet people like traveling and like doing shoots, and you if you just have a instant rapport with somebody, then that's usually a good sign, you know, like my makeup artist today, Colby, like we met like a year and a half ago only, but it was like we met and within like 3 hours we were like best friends. Within like an hour we already knew each other's life stories, and like I think that it's important to kind of go with a gut instinct, and it's trial and error as well, because sometimes things don't work out and everything changes. So you got to have people around you that are really positive and enthusiastic, I think, because the worst thing is when like this job, which is like the best job ever and the coolest thing ever to do, gets sort of brought down by somebody's like bad energy, and that can make it like really awful and confusing. So it doesn't need to be that at all. It really can be like fun, because it's like there's a lot of hard work and it's stressful and time and like pressure and stuff, but like if you're around loads of really good people, it makes it really fun. It's really difficult to take care of yourself on tour, especially because I'm really clumsy as well, and I don't know, I try and eat as healthy as possible. I like eating vegan restaurants like every day, like, and Yelp is amazing. Yelp's how you do it, because it can just like find like healthy. I'm all about eating healthy food on the road. Hi, I'm Kate Nash, and you're watching GRAMMY Pro.